What's up, guys? John here with another locals deck profile. Probably going to be the last one before a bit of a switch in the format and everything. Probably going to be a ban list here soon, and also just Justice Hunters coming out. New regionals got announced, new season, new ICSs, all that. So probably gonna take a break from playing some of the more fun decks and start labbing the Justice Hunters format a little bit. But for this one, decided to play a core that I'd had sitting for a minute, which is Unchained. They got a new support card, a new TCG exclusive in Duelist Advance that I wanted to try out. And so I'm going to show you the list. This is from locals. I didn't even top 4. I got top 8, or I got 5th, top 8, I guess. But it was like a super fun deck to play. The games I played were super back and forth and grindy. Deck's pretty much just all engine. I really liked Unchained back in like 2023, I think it was. Or maybe 24, I don't really remember. But deck was really fun back then, and so good vibes just playing it again. So yeah, let's just get into it. Also, like, all my rarities are mismatched, so sorry about that if it annoys you, but I just got this core from my friend, and it's been sitting in my binder for a minute, so decided to play it. 3 Arua. I'm going to assume you know what the Unchained cards do for this. 2 Shavara, finally back at 2. Shyama, Sarama, 3 A-Bomb Prison, and then I was only playing 3 trap cards. That's something about this list that I would change, is that I was really worried about getting hit with mulch armies, like Fua especially. And so I was originally going to play 45 cards and literally just play 5 more engine cards, like a couple more Unchained, like Rakea and Abominable Soul, and like another Escape. But last minute I just cut 5 engine cards and was like, I'm trying to draw Ash and Called By for Fuas. And I actually wish I didn't. I wish I played like a few more engine cards. I think this deck, like, it's definitely not a 1-card combo deck. There are 1-card combos, but I think you really want to be drawing multiple engine cards for it to work on the Unchained side of things. So yeah, but that's why I'm only playing 3 traps and no Rakea and everything. For the Fiendsmith part, obviously Fiendsmith works super well in these like Fiend Link type decks. You're just able to bridge your Unchained into your Fiendsmith and your Fiendsmith into your Unchained, and it's pretty much all you can ask for with a deck that's running 2 engines. I am playing kind of a minimal. Again, I was running a 3rd Engraver and then last minute cut it down, also with Tract, but it never really bit me. These ratios were fine. Classic honorary Unchained card is Tour Guide and the Rhino Warrior, of course. Basically, I said there were no 1-card combos in the deck, but this is a pretty crazy 1-card combo. And then the new support card and reason to dust off your Unchained deck again is 3 of this, the Dawn's Light and Mutiny in the Sky. Basically, what he says is you can negate the effects of one of your face-up Fiend monsters and special summon him from your hand. It's level 3 Dark Fiend. And then if he's sent to graveyard in any way, you can search for specifically this card, Mutiny in the Sky. He also has the effect that your left and rightmost monster zones, the monsters in them, can't be destroyed by card effects, which is an ability he shares with the boss monster, which I'll show you later. But that effect never comes up because you're summoning him and then, linking him away usually. Mutiny in the Sky is a very good card. It's a fusion spell, and it basically just says you fuse for a Fiend or Fairy, so in our case only Fiend. All of its effects you can do Fiend or Fairy, but I'm just going to say Fiend because that's our deck. You're fusing for a Fiend fusion monster from your extra by shuffling the materials from grave into deck. And so what you can do with this, you can make Desiree, you can make Area Leader, and there's also, again, a specific boss monster for these cards that I'll show you when we get to the extra deck. It also has the ability that if it's in your grave, you can send a Fiend from your field or hand to the grave to add it back to your hand. Both its effects are once per turn, so it's not like you can fuse, add it back, and then fuse again. But it comes up in the grind where you can add it back and use it again. So overall, just like a solid free extender that replaces itself with the fusion spell. I really like these cards. I think they're actually really good. Also, you can get into him if you want. Like I said, if he's sent from anywhere, he searches Mutiny. So if you want to get into Dawn's Light, you can, you know, like make Area Leader send, usually I send Rhino and then send the Dawn's Light because it's more materials and grave to use with Mutiny. But yeah, you can definitely get into him pretty easily. And that's it for Engine. And then I played 13 non-Engine, like I said, 40 cards. I was trying to draw the anti-Fua cards. So I played Columbine 3 Ash. And then as you see right now in decks like this in Memento with the heavy engine, I'm just playing the 3 Drolls and then 3 of each Charmy. And this was pretty good. You know, the deck can definitely break boards on its own. It kind of punishes the gameplay that you see right now. Or it is kind of format dependent, but, you know, especially right now of like, I'm going to normal my Dormouse or something, and then your opponent just immediately removes it. And it's kind of just like, do I have more extenders or do you have more ways to remove them? But this deck it's really good at like getting in there and past that initial like disruption and like complicating the game state. And it's pretty fun. I ended up playing a 35-minute game 1 against a Vanquished Soul, where it was basically just, I did Prulia him. So I can't claim it was only Engine versus Engine, but that's kind of how it felt. It was a ton of fun. So gameplay like that is kind of a pretty fun part of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it feels like we haven't had as much of it recently. It's been kind of non-engine dependent. For the side, I was playing 3 Lancia. I was playing 3 Bestials. Just for... you know, against the dark decks and everything, and then having a body to go into your Fiendsmith stuff is never bad. Played 3 Nib. Played 3 board wipes, and my side strikes a lot. This is just kind of when I'm quickly making a side deck. I really like strike, and so I will put it in a lot. I kind of wish that I put Thrust somewhere in the deck. I think Thrust is really good with Unchained cards because of the way that you can use it even if your opponent doesn't have a monster on board to like set an Unchained spell or trap and then have it be an extender basically. You know, if you have an Uruhar Shirar or whatever. So I really like that. So I kind of wish that I made room for Thrust. But yeah, would have to do the deck kind of differently. There's an option that you could just play like none of the hand traps and just play like breakers like Thrust and stuff. I don't know. It's there. For the extra deck, go through the fusions first. Got Necrocrypt, Desiree, of course it's a Fiendsmith deck. Area Leader, like I said. And then this is the card that goes with the Dawn's Light and the Mutiny in the Sky. Loose. Basically, it takes 3 Fiends, but you can only use Fiends in your graveyard. So you can make this with Sequence. It also has the effect that monsters in your left and rightmost zones can't be destroyed by card effects. So a lot of times you just put him in your one of those zones and he essentially can't be destroyed by card effects. He's massive. He has 3,500 attack. He has 2 different effects. The first one is you pop one of your opponent's cards and send a Fiend from your deck to the graveyard. So that's pretty good. It comes up a lot like turn 1 if you get Bestial or something. You can summon this, pop, and then send. It's pretty good turn 1, and also for playing through boards. And then he has an effect that's an interruption on your opponent's turn, which is that if one of your cards is destroyed by card effect, you can pop one of your opponent's cards. So you can set up like this with a Shivar in hand to be an interruption. Overall, I really like this card. I think Mutiny in the Sky is a little bit better because of the versatility to make any of these. But I think Loose is definitely worth playing. Just making him in simplified game states, popping shit, and just having this big guy that can't be destroyed, and also helps extend by sending, you know, can send Shavara from deck to grave and stuff like that. So yeah, very good cards. I initially read these the TCG exclusives, Loose and the Mutiny and the Dawn's Light when they were announced, but Just reading them again, they're just such solid cards, such good Fiend support. I just play 1xCs, obviously it's the Caesar. Everyone forgets, before this card became really hyped because of Fiendsmith, it was originally just an Unchained card. Just slapping this over like Shivar and Shyama, really good. For the actual Unchained part of the Link monsters, I played 2 Yama. I played Rage and Anguish. I didn't play A-Bong. There was a game that I wanted it, but I figured I would play A-Bow instead and kind of use that with the Anguish. And it worked out. A-Bow's a really good card. And then basically just the Fiendsmith part of the extra deck. Requiem, Agamde, Sequence, and Moon. Wasn't sure if I was going to play Agamde at first, but it ended up being really good. And then last card is just SP. Good target for your Soul of Rage. Although I did have games where I Soul of Rage into A-Bow by using one of their Link 2s. So yeah, that's the deck. Overall, super fun deck. Pretty cheap. If you have the Fiendsmith cards, this deck's basically free. That's the only expensive part. It's all like commons and stuff. Unchained, super fun deck. A lot of very grindy engine games. Really like the new support. The Dawn's Light and Mutiny in the Sky is great. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Moving forward, gonna be having probably some Justice Hunters content coming out soon. Try and get those cards on release, deck profiles for the 3 main archetypes, and then regionals and, YCS from there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.